A lot of questions and interest surrounding this little guy, not so little guy, I should say, the Unihertz Tank, the true Pusheen of cell phones when it comes to the size and weight of this guy. I had a bunch of comments. I did not expect a response to the Unihertz Tank video. I think it's cool, though. It certainly is a conversation starter. It's something different. It's something actually unique. All these companies throw around unique and different designs and think that they're trying to get away with something, pulling one over on us with these same old designs that we've seen over and over and over again. But this is a different concept. It's a different design. It certainly appeals to a different market. But I can tell you what, if you can get past the weight, now under that's a pound and a quarter. That's a big if. Fellas, you got to get the suspenders out. Okay, this is not belt material. This is, you got to get the heavy-duty suspenders out, and then you can carry this in your pocket and have your pants stay up. But if you can get around that, and you're comfortable with that, or you carry your phone in a bag or something else, this phone is livable. Absolutely. And there are creature comforts that daily users are going to like as well. So let me talk about the big questions that I got with this guy. The first one was surrounding the battery life, and a lot of people having questions about that, especially with the claim of 100 days, saying, well, does it have to be on standby? Does it have to be whatever? I think you could get there with regular mixed use. Some people were saying, other reviewers were having it where they could get through the battery in a week. I don't know what you're doing. Unless you have the 1,000 lumen camping lamp on 24 hours a day, or you're streaming video 24 hours a day, or you're using your phone an outsized amount, just an irregular amount per day, then I don't think that's something that you could get through in a week, even if you tried. I'll give you an example of this. So we have this, when I did the initial video, that was a week ago, and it had already been off the charger for 8 days. And that first week, it got a lot of use. Now, admittedly, this week it didn't get as much use, but yesterday I tried to wail on it pretty hard. It was, first of all, when we did that video, I showed you, 95% is where we wound up. After 8 days off the charger, 95% is where we have with that video. So now 8 days later, we're at 91%. And that's with what I'll tell you in a minute. What I did yesterday was 3.5 hours of nonstop YouTube live streaming. 3.5 hours on this level of brightness, max brightness, volume all the way up, just blasting the thing. And it was fine. It literally was 1.5%, maybe 2% of battery life went yesterday by doing that. So if you want to, and that's other uses as well. I was playing around with it, trying to get it to drain battery, do different things on it, but you could see it there, 91%. And this is going on 2 weeks, over 2 weeks off the charger. So I would not doubt those battery claims. Will it get you 100 days? If you stream a lot of video, maybe not. Would it get you 50? Would it get you a month? That's kind of the ballpark that we're talking about. Even with heavy usage, we're talking 30 days plus of battery life, if not more. Because you could say 3.5 hours of streaming equates to, I don't know what, of regular use. But unless you're sitting there using your phone heavy, 8 hours of screen on time a day, you're going to be hard-pressed to get through this in a month's time. Seriously. So that's number one. That's a huge benefit. A lot of people were worried about the screen, saying it's flush, there's no screen protector, but I did mention it in the video. It is tough to see. There is a glass screen protector on there. And the only reason why it's flush with the rest of the chassis with the case here is because of that screen protector. If the screen protector weren't on there, which you should absolutely leave it on, it's a rugged phone, let it be rugged, then there would be enough of a lip here, almost like a case, to protect it from any sort of impact on the outside of the device. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Someone had asked if you're able to use the camping lamp during regular video. You're not, at least not from what I saw. I tried to activate it when I was doing video, and it would block that out. It would not allow me. In fact, this button here that is used typically to turn on the camping lamp just from outside of the menu actually starts and stops video when you do that. So that's not something that you can do from that. As far as I understand it, you can't have the 1,000 lumen lamp on there while you're recording video. I don't know what that would do to your video anyway, given the proximity. I understand that there's a small LED, but I don't know what that kind of brightness right next to the lens would do for your video. So that's something as well. No micro SD card expansion. I thought that second slot could be used for it. It can't. It is still dual SIM though. So that's something that I saw. Otherwise, this is exactly as built. And that's rare. And for $339 to get something that is unique like this, that can live up to its claims is absolutely rare. And when you talk about this display, it's tough to show it on camera. The display and the performance is absolutely worth the money. Usually when you get these phones, these kind of rugged phones that have a gimmick, that have a hook, it's a camping phone, it's an outsized battery phone, 22,000 milliamp hours and all the rest of it, and the camping lamp, usually that's the story. That's the thing that they give you. They give you the rugged build, they give you the camping lamp, and the rest is just, well, whatever. The screen is whatever. They give you 720p a lot of times on these outsized screens. The rest of it, the OS is an afterthought. Neither one of those here. November 2022 security patch, Android 12 running well, super smooth, and this screen is 1080p across 6.8 inches. I understand on the display LCD, not OLED, but it is sharp. I was watching those YouTube videos yesterday on 1080p, and it looked phenomenal. It was one of the better screens that I've seen ever. $339. This is also one of the best running versions of Android 12 that I've seen. Oh, I thought we had that on there. It was Instagram that we had on there. One of the better versions of Android 12. Super smooth, great. I know it's tough to see with the lighting here. We'll get it to white balance here. But just an overall great experience. Usually at this price range, you're talking about some stuttering phones and that, especially when they offer all of this in a package. So link will be in the description. Does directly help the channel. But if you're somebody who is tired of what you get, fingerprint sensor on the side, all the rest of it, I will link the other video, the intro video of what I did, the initial review, going through the entire package, plus the specs, 256 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. The speaker's not the best. You have that one bottom firing speaker here on the back. It does get a little, you try to pump up the volume to get any low end, and it does get a little tinny on you. So if you're looking for a speaker on, I know some people were asking about the speaker. Not the best speaker, but guess what? You got yourself an old school headphone jack, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on there through the flap. But overall, if you're having questions about this, a lot of people weren't even campers or first responders or construction workers or HVAC people. They just wanted something different to carry around. And there is value. I know it's going to sound dumb, but there's value to just, at the end of the day, just not even wherever your phone is, that's where it is. You don't have to worry about being on the charger. Did it charge last night? Did I get it on the charger? Did I set it on the charger correctly? Did I do all this stuff? It's just none of that stuff is a worry with this guy. Plus, you get all the cool added features. It's a conversation starter. It's a talking point for sure, but you get all the extra useful utility here that you get with this device. And when you put all that together in a package, that's really usable as a daily phone. And it sounds dumb. I understand it's an odd thing to say. If you could get over your phone being £1.25 pounds, you can't order something like that at McDonald's that heavy. If you could get over your phone being that of a brick, this is really nice. And the stuff that and it's a calculus to be had there. Is the weight, can you handle it? You know, how do you handle your phone during the day? How do you carry it around? If it's something that you can handle, the benefits far outweigh, I think, the negatives as far as the weight's concerned. That battery life alone, that security, that peace of mind, the performance, the price range, the extra stuff, just the cool factor, a lot going for it. Let me know if you have any other questions below. If I missed some, I'm going to do plenty of videos on this. I think it's a really neat thing. But we're going to let it run. Hasn't touched the charger. No juice has gone into this guy for 16 days. And we're going to keep that clock running. And we're at 91%. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.